1/2 mile, be in any of the 3 right lanes, then keep right.
So here we go, we're getting into Nashville. Somebody just tried to bump me from behind, but they didn't. So we are very excited to be pulling into...
Be in any of the 3 right lanes, then keep right.
Nashville, but this is cool. Nashville to the right, Memphis and Chattanooga to the left. Pretty exciting, and you can see maybe some of the storms we were talking about earlier starting to move in from the northwest. So we'll see how that plays out, but it's 14:53 and we can't check into the Airbnb until 1600 or 4 p.m. So we have an hour. We got to figure out what to do with an hour. I don't think we'll have any difficulty. We'll find something to do. So let's drive into Nashville together. Actually, I'm going to stop this because we're not going to go to the Airbnb yet.
Well, let's go find out where it is.
As we are going in, you see traffic going out the opposite lanes. A few minutes ago, there was a car pulled over on the side of the road. Some guy bent over, vomiting on the side of the road. So that was a nice welcome to Nashville, I guess. Mason, are you
in
looking at?
3/4 of a mile, take exit 211 on the right to I-24 toward Clarksville.
Yeah.
No, I want to go.
We made it. We're in Nashville. It's raining. Checked into our Airbnb. It's like 2 miles away from this downtown area. Somebody trying to sit on the street trying to sell us. Came down parked in one of the garages. They have charge point chargers, so it's $1 per hour for the first 3 hours. After that, $10 now. So 3 hours is good for today. Cash place smells really good. This is our Airbnb. We rented street parking, but we asked him if we could park in the backyard. Gate right there, a little driveway type ramp. So he said yes. That's what we did. We went and walked around the downtown area of Nashville, the Broadway, touristy area. Had lunch at Old Red, which is Blake Shelton's restaurant. And then just walked around and listened to some of the music. Every restaurant you walk, as you walk up and down Broadway, just about every spot has live music coming out of the windows. It's really quite cool. So tomorrow we'll make some more, we'll do that. We'll make some more videos of it. Tomorrow, really, I think what we're gonna do in the morning is go to Carter's Vintage Guitars. Look there, go to the Gibson Garage, and then we'll go back downtown again. Do the normal touristy stuff, take some video of that, and then see what else. See if we can find something maybe off the normal beaten path to do. So, I guess that's pretty much it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Welcome to Nashville, and we will see you tomorrow. We're plugged in over next to the Mach-E and one of the 150s. There's a couple 350 spots. I do like the Mach-E. Here we go. It's amazing in here already. We've been in here 10 seconds. Gibson Garage was amazing. We have a few things to think about. We're gonna go here to Hattie B's. And we're gonna go to Guitar Center because Mason's still trying to feel out what he wants. We gotta try Hattie B's. Even the guy, and John, who is absolutely amazing in the Gibson Garage, said come to Hattie B's. So they have different sauces. You can get Southern is considered no heat. That's the mildest. And then there's mild, medium, hot, damn hot, and shut the cluck up. Jennifer got a mild sandwich. I got a quarter chicken and medium. So it's gonna have some spice to it. Okay, so I really liked Hattie B's. It was better than I expected it to be. I thought it's going to be a touristy place, but it was really good. Mason, what did you think?
It was good.
It was good. You've had every piece of chicken on the East Coast, I think. Every chicken tender, every chicken nugget from every possible restaurant. That's pretty much all Mason eats is chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, and pizza. So where does this fall on the list?
Like, top 5. Solid.
Top 5. You gave it number 2 a few minutes ago.
I don't remember everything.
Behind Barbecue House in North Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
All right, well, we like Hattie B's. Give it a try. All right, so Gibson Garage. Mason bought his first guitar for himself. Well, we bought Mason his first guitar for himself. It is an Epiphone SG Special. Plays pretty good for a $199 guitar, pretty cheap. We almost spent significantly more. What do you think about this?
It's nice.
It's nice? He's never excited to be on the video, but I think this is great. I think this is fantastic. So I'm sure we'll be back to the Gibson Garage. I'm sure we're not done. Fantastic place. Thank you, Gibson. We're coming to the Gaylord Opryland Hotel. We know very little about this. Apparently there's some kind of botanical gardens in here, like acres of gardens. river of some sort, a bunch of restaurants. We really don't know, but we needed something to do. $30, I think, $30 or $33, something like that, just to pay to park, just to come in. A lot of people online complaining about that, but we'll let you know in a little bit if we think it's worth doing. It must be. There are so many cars here. So is it worth it to pay $30-some to park? Maybe. The whole place creates an atmosphere of being outside. But you're actually inside, protected from the heat and the humidity and the rain. So it's actually kind of neat. Lots of restaurants, you get your food and it looks like you kind of pick a table. There's lots of these open eating areas. Take your food wherever you want it looks like. Plus regular restaurants as well. Zoom out. A little more than your average hotel. Somebody wearing an Orioles hat and a Nick Markakis shirt. Sydney's 14, but probably 10 years ago, she said she liked Nick Markakis, and we said, why? She said, because his name has cake in it. Okay, good enough reason. He was a good player, good guy. That Cinnabon smells incredible. So we paid $211 for the four of us to take a all-day hop-on, hop-off tour. Get us around the city a little bit. So we're starting at Broadway. We parked at Broadway. I think it was $43 for the day to park the truck there. Got till 9 p.m. all day. So it's parked over there. Broadway's a lot quieter this time of the morning. What it's going to be a little bit later today. So this looks like our bus, open air, looks pretty nice.
All those riverboatmen coming off the Cumberland River, so 2 blocks to our right. This is where they take care of all of their commerce. I like to hang out at one place in particular. It's going to be right across the street to our forward right. It's currently a Hard Rock Cafe gift shop, but wasn't always that. It used to be something called the Silver Dollar Saloon. That's where all those Riverboat men would hang out. On the first floor, they would drink. On the second floor, they would gamble. And on the third floor, just use your imagination. Now, coming up on our right, it's going to be the Wild Horse Saloon. This brick building here to our right. Pretty iconic bar in the city. Biggest dance floor in Nashville. Every day at 4:30, they have free line dancing lessons. If you want to find out just how country you are, head on over to the Wild Horse Saloon. On our left here, we just passed a Taco Bell. Now I bring that up only to brag because I don't care where you're from. Our Taco Bell is much, much better than your Taco Bell. Ours has a liquor license and a live band. Yes, indeed. So I wasn't lying when I told you it's better. See all this construction here on 2nd Avenue. Ask us Skull's Rainbow Room. Paul McCartney's performed there many times. And Elvis Presley, the king himself, used to frequent Skulls. Back when he was staying in Nashville, recording at RCA Studio B. The Mother Church of Country Music, the Carnegie of the South, the soul of Nashville. This is our stop number 2, the Round Auditorium. Hi. Watch your step. Hank Williams, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash have all stayed at Merchants. Even Theodore Roosevelt all stayed at Merchants. We're approaching our stop number 3. It's going to be the downtown Hilton Hotel. The first 6 stops come fast and furious, but once we get out of the downtown, the second half of the tour, a little more spread out. This is our stop number 3. It's the downtown Hilton Hotel. The windows look like piano keys. In this rotunda here, this is where the plaques themselves hang. It's the actual Hall of Fame portion of the museum. The stones around the rotunda, that is the sheet music to the song Will the Circle Be Unbroken, which every inductee has to sing at their induction ceremony. And if they've passed away, well, it just means someone in their family has to sing it. A little cruel, but that's the rule at the Country Music Hall of Fame. Owned by the singer-songwriter Brett James. He wrote the song Jesus Take the Wheel by Carrie Underwood. Part of the video for that song filmed right there as well. Poking out of the ground. Well, there's 27 of them. 27 is symbolic. It represents the 27 Native American tribes who populated Middle Tennessee. Here in Nashville, we're in Middle Tennessee. Those sticks are 72 feet tall. They're dug 20 feet into the ground. They're meant to look like arrows, even though if you have any questions that I or any of your drivers cannot answer, just visit this blue cylindrical building on your left. That is the Nashville Visitor Center. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Over 600 houses of worship in the city. Now coming up on our left here, this is Puckett's. You may have heard of Puckett's. Pretty iconic Tennessee restaurant founded 50 years ago in Newport, Tennessee. Allocation's been there for about 20 years. It's your typical southern meat. That Woolworths has been preserved because it's a pretty historic building here. That Woolworths was the site of the 1960 Nashville sit-ins. In 1960, Nashville, like the rest of the South, had segregated lunch counters. That was until a group of students led by John Lewis showed up right there at that Woolworths demanding to be served. They protested every day for 4 months until finally Nashville acquiesced, becoming the first southern city to desegregate their lunch counters. I look forward to the show on the right. World War I. Hilton served as home of the Grand Ole Opry from 1939 to 1943, and once again in 2010 after the Cumberland River floods. After I make this right-hand turn, I want you to look to your left, tip your cap to a Tennessee hero. You see a statue of a soldier right there. That's Alvin C York from Pall Mall, Tennessee, recipient of the Medal of Honor during World War I for single-handedly taking out a German machine gun nest with only a pistol. Across the street to our forward right, that is St. Mary of the Seven Sorrows. The Union, before becoming its own state, was a part of North Carolina. Look to your left, that's the scale granite map of the state of Tennessee. So if for some reason walking across Tennessee is on your bucket list, you can cross it off today, only takes you about 20 seconds. Keep looking left. Those fountains you see, those 31 of them, they represent the 31 major waterways of Tennessee. If you look ahead of us, you can see a big black guitar. That's the back of the scoreboard for our AAA baseball team, the Nashville Sounds. The Sounds are an affiliate of the Milwaukee Brewers. And you can hear the carillon bells as they play. I'll tell you a little bit more about them in a moment. I can't hang out here too long, but I'll give you guys enough time to get some photos. Now this is called the core. I'm sure you can guess what that represents. It represents the divisiveness of the American Civil War. More Americans were killed in the Civil War than all their other wars combined. Pretty tragic, Americans killing Americans. Tennessee does have an interesting Civil War history. Tennessee was the last state to join the Confederacy, the first state to rejoin the Union. 30,000 Tennesseans, 30,000 fought for the Union Army during the Civil War. It's the most of any Confederate state. The Confederate Tennesseans had a couple of pejoratives for the Union Tennesseans. They called them homemade Yankees and Tennessee Tories. Now Tennessee was so divided during the Civil War that East Tennessee almost became its own state. It almost seceded from Tennessee when Tennessee seceded from the Union. Similar to how West Virginia became a state, leaving Virginia when Virginia left. Oh, great, Capitol View. Oh, watch your step on the way down. Oh, no problem. Now, right now, we are on Nelson Mary Street. Now, let's be where I go. Now, this park opened in 1897 to celebrate 100 years of Tennessee statehood. If they wanted to be accurate, they should have opened in 1896, but despite being 1 year late, they did open it in style, the Tennessee Centennial Exposition. It ran from May to October of 1897. Take a look to your left, that lake, that's the only original thing remaining from the exposition. That's a man-made lake called Lake Watunga. The exposition was kick-started when President William McKinley pressed a button from the White House that triggered an electrical relay running all the way from Washington to Nashville that opened the gates of the exposition. If you want to see what the exposition looked like back in 1897, take a look at your screens. Now the inspiration was a World's Fair, just the year before that, the iconic one in Chicago. So that's what they were trying to emulate. The different monuments and replicas representing different countries and cultures from all over the world.
Hope you're enjoying the tour. We're gonna go see the Parthenon. So this was rebuilt here in Nashville after a World's Fair in the late 1800s. I think he said it was rebuilt around 1930. The original one was wood and plaster, and then they rebuilt this one out of concrete. It is the only worldwide, it is the only one-to-one scale replica of the Parthenon from Athens, Greece. So I'm looking forward to this. We can't go in this side, we have to walk around the other side on the lower level. We're not sure what they were doing. Good morning.
What's that?
Adults $10, youth $8.
Building, you're going to see some very large pink and white umbrellas. This is Dolly's newest honky-tonk, place called White Limousine, and it's on top of the Graduate Hotel. You do not have to be staying at the Graduate to enjoy that honky-tonk. It's open to the public. You just go in, go up, and enjoy some honky-tonkin', Dolly Burton style. We'll see that coming up in just 1 second on our left here. See this gray building right on the other side of it? Look down about a block to see Dolly's newest honky-tonk. There you go, that's the White Limousine. In fact, they decorate the whole inside of that place with portraits of Dolly. They got her hanging over your bed. So you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You folks look out your windows, so you're seeing a bunch of beautiful old homes, but just know not one of these is an actual residence anymore. They're all commercial buildings. Nashville didn't want them changing the outside facade on these places, wanted to keep it looking like a little neighborhood back here, but they're all commercial. In fact, one of my favorites, right in front of us, and this is the Orbison Building. That's Roy Orbison Productions. His wife still owns and operates that place, believe it or not. In fact, Roy Orbison got the idea to write Pretty Woman, sitting in one of the top windows looking out over Broadway at all the pretty ladies walking up and down. And it sounds really creepy when I put it like that, doesn't it? But right here on our left, my favorite, it used to be anyway, this is Southern Ground Nashville. Southern Ground Nashville, right?
We ate lunch today in the Assembly Food Hall at 5th and Broadway. Essentially, it's a big food court, but it's a fantastic food court. Lots of different options in there. If you don't want to eat at one of the, honky-tonk type things on Broadway, you want something a little quieter, maybe a little cheaper, come to 5th and Broadway, walk in right by Hattie B's, and you'll see an entrance for it. There is the Ryman Auditorium. We are going to now try to make our way over to the Country Music Hall of Fame, and then we may be going back to to the Gibson garage again to get Sydney the bass. There's a bass there she wants, but she didn't want to just worry about how to get it home in the truck. Slide it right under the seats. It's not a big deal, so I'm not sure what's going on with it. We may end up going back to the Gibson garage. So anyway, Ryman Auditorium. Super cool. Home of the Grand Ole Opry for years and years. Down that way is Broadway. So we are going to go walk Country Music Hall of Fame. So let's just take you along on part of this walk. So this was interesting, this painting on the corner right here that says Legends Corner. He told us on the tour bus thing, see Brad Paisley kind of sitting there. He got a little bit of blonde hair right behind his back. They said that's because they painted Brad Paisley over Taylor Swift. There it is. So that's kind of fun. Apple Store.
Yes,
No, thank you. I know it's touristy. I get it. But I do love this little area. I love walking up and down the street just hearing the sounds. That's where we're going, Country Music Hall of Fame. Windows are like the black keys on a keyboard. Headed back to Broadway. So we were in the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. You can't record any video, so you're gonna have to go for yourself. Lots of acoustic guitars, Telecasters, costumes, outfits. It was pretty good. I think we paid like $27 per person for just the museum. No, 27. Yeah, for just the museum, it would have been 32, I think, if we wanted to do the audio tour. Let's just listen.
Opposite side of it.
This is going to be the new Garth Brooks Friends in Low Places. Let's just say bar and honky tonk, but looks like Jennifer's going in. We're going in. It's just a retail store for now.
What, baby?
The people watching down here, top notch. You can be entertained just walking around watching everybody all day. I can't. getaway for us today.
قفص ومشي وعدى وفتح لنفسه دوري
And we're back to the Gibson garage. Of course, I'm happy about that. I love this place. I think we're gonna buy Sydney her base today. John was the rep that we worked with yesterday. Super nice guy. I would really like to see if we could get a little tour of the vault. I really want to see the vault. You never know. We just have to ask. Hey, can we see the vault? Sydney wants, I think she wants this red SG base. That's fun. So you said the stringing on this is the same as what?
A double bass.
Is a double bass. So you already understand how the notes are laid out?
In theory.
Good, play it. Let's hear it.
No.
Good. Have at it. Smile. Try again. Good morning again. It is now Friday, July 29th, 2022. It looks like our time in Nashville has come to an end. 719 Lishy Avenue. This is the Airbnb we rented here in Nashville. We're pulling out. The initial plan was to take 2 days to drive home, get home sometime tomorrow, Saturday. Sydney and Mason want to be home today. They want us to drive straight through, which would take about 10 hours, probably more. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Either we'll drive straight through today or we'll stop somewhere halfway. But thank you, Nashville. It's been a lot of fun. We are on our way back home, sort of. We're still in Tennessee. We just crossed from Central Time back into Eastern Time. There was a sign overhead when that happened, and we missed that going the other direction. So it was cool to see going back east, but it has been pouring since we left our last charging station. You can see in that clip it was just starting to rain. We left the charger probably 10 minutes a little too early. I didn't quite have enough range when we pulled out. I miscalculated. So I wanted to go from there, which was Cookeville, Tennessee, to Asheville, North Carolina. But when we got in the car, went to Chick-fil-A across the street, and then I set the destination. We only had about 7 miles of buffer. That's a little too close with driving through all the mountains. So we're going to stop in Knoxville, just top off for a few minutes. We're going up and down, starting to get into, I guess, some of the hills and the mountain areas a little bit. It said there was a 4% downgrade for 6 miles, but we've been down and up a little bit. So maybe we'll gain a little bit of mileage. Coming the other way, we did pretty well coming through the mountains. We gained more than we used, but I don't know if that trend will reverse itself now going back east. I just don't know. So we're going to find out. At least it's not raining as hard as it was. Listening on the news, we're hearing about all the terrible flooding in Kentucky, just a little bit north of us. And this is a big band of rain moving from west to east, kind of right along that Tennessee-Kentucky border today. So they're getting more rain. We've driven through a couple areas of extremely heavy rain, where people are starting to put their hazard lights on and slowing down. Its visibility was so bad. Right now, it's not that bad. I'm anticipating we're going to get into more pockets like that. So this is our drive here for a little bit.